Hello friends, this is Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and I am here with you guys today for your August 2020 General Tarot and Oracle card reading for my Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. You guys, I am sending you so much love because I know I left you off of my New Moon in Cancer readings at the end of July. I'm so sorry about that. I have been through like, the shadow work is real. The shadow work is real, but I'm strengthening my intuitive powers and my reading ability. So I'm very, very excited about all of that. And I thank you guys for your patience. Now, we are switching things up a little bit here at Soul School this month. I am going to be putting out fewer readings on YouTube. Instead of a new moon and full moon reading, I will have a new moon and full moon astro forecast, but there will be one general monthly reading. And then an extended version of that reading will be available for you guys on Vimeo. I'm going to drop the link of all of those extended readings in the comment box, but for you guys, since I left you out of the new moon in Cancer readings, I'm going to go ahead and hook you up this time, okay? So your extended reading is going to be included, and I'm even doing you guys before I do my Leos because they're the birthday sign, all right? So I love you and I appreciate you being here with me. Let's go ahead and get into this energy. Like I said, this is August 2020. By the way, stay tuned. Part of the reason why I'm limiting the number of videos that are getting out to you is because I am laying the foundation for something that I'm very, very proud to be rolling out. This September, there are going to be 4-month online introduction to tarot and astrology classes that I'll be offering you guys. So stay tuned for all the exciting things. Now, this is the energy that I'm getting for you guys for the whole month of August. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. Literally, like there's something under my skin. Like literally, like there's something under my skin. Here is the metaphor that they are bringing me. I think I've talked about it on my channel before. The concept of the gadfly, as it is introduced in Plato's Apology. Okay, so long story short, Socrates was out there like teaching people to question the status quo, showing people how everybody in power was not as smart as they thought they were. So they put him on trial for corrupting the youth, and he had to defend himself. And he's like, you guys, I'm a gadfly. All right, so gadfly is just a horsefly. It's a big old horsefly. And Plato's writing this, by the way, this thing that Socrates is saying. But Socrates is like, look, y'all, ancient Athens right now is a horse. And as a horse is not going anywhere. It's not doing anything. Like, it needs to be prompted. It needs to be disturbed in order for it to take action. And that's what I am. I am the horse fly that's going to come along and bite the horse on the butt and make it go. That was his gadfly analogy, all right? So he's like, look, I'm stirring things up to make this a better place. That's what the universe is doing to you right now, Aquarius. There are just certain things that I just feel like this total energy of something getting really up under your skin. People crossing boundaries, people hemming you in, people trying to restrict your movements. Interesting. I understand that. That's coming through very loud and clear. Healing. So that's what all of this is leading to, okay? This is the energy just trying to trigger you to let go of some things. But then once you let go of those things, there's going to be a moment of healing that is going to need to take place. For some reason, those two bottles in the background are making me think, okay, I got you. Are making me think of the Two of Cups, all right? So there might have been a relationship that you guys are still healing. I got you. I got you. A relationship that you guys are still healing from, and you're going through that transformation after things did not work out. For some reason, all these pearls right here are pointing back to June. So maybe something happened in June. And if it's not about a relationship, it's about you finding that something that you desired is actually not a vibrational match to you. Does that make sense? Okay. something you had your eye on. And it didn't, I don't think it's coming through. All right. But I also look at how these pearls seem very suffocating right now. And they're also, I'm hearing the phrase pearls of wisdom. So it's like some wisdom has been gained from a situation that you were in and you realize it's not for you. And so here's what's going on. You're still going through this transformation. And this is you kind of feeling sorry for yourself. And this is your higher self needing to look down and be like, oh, it's okay, girl. It's okay. Or it's okay, friend. Whatever. We all make mistakes sometimes. All right. So it's about you not being mad at yourself because you did the best you could in that situation. Right. And it didn't work out the way you wanted. Right. But you learned something. Right. Okay. That is the general energy that I'm getting for you guys. So what I want to do now is, like usual, I'm going to go ahead and jump into a tarot deck. Here I have the Crow Tarot deck. This is just the one I was drawn to. This whole thing, this whole healing process, you guys, is really going to open you up. It is getting harder and harder, you guys, to describe some of the messages that I have coming through with Spirit, because they're less taking the form of images and scenery and more just taking the form of energy and emotions. And sometimes it's hard for me to put that into words. Yeah, okay. So imagine there's a tower moment in the past. And we know tower moments are like when you're starting to build something. You're like, oh my God, look, it's the thing. I'm doing the thing. And then it collapses, right? And the reason why that happens is so you can look at the way in which it was built and be like, oh, I need to do it a different way, okay? This process that you're going through right now with this compassion and everything like that, it's like, this is the spot where the new tower needs to be built, and it can't be built because you're just laying here feeling sorry for yourself. So you've got to allow yourself to go through this healing process and to have compassion for yourself. And then this whole situation is to get your ass up and out of the way so you can clear the ground to build a whole new something like way cooler. It's not going to be a tower this time. It's going to be a castle. All right. It's meant to clear something out of the way that is going to block your path to just opening that heart right back up. Okay. It's like rubble or debris. They just got to bulldoze it. Let it out. Let it out. All right. And it's really kind of the energy where it feels like the universe is going to come along and do this for you. So make sure that you get that healing done. Yes. Because otherwise you're going to be stuck in this position. You don't know what you want. You haven't been through the healing. You're not really ready for the next new thing. So when it comes knocking, you're not necessarily going to hear it or be in a place, or be in a place to answer it. All right. So this is sort of like a lost opportunity or a false start. And that's just, I feel like, a warning. Here's this thing that I learned, and I don't know why I need to talk about how this all equated to an inner balance to a balance of my inner divine masculine and feminine. It's this pattern that I had to call out in myself, where basically, like, I get my heart broken and I would do the whole like thinking and feeling and be like, okay, bet, I got it. I know the lesson. I'm an air moon, you guys. I know the lesson. I thought it out, okay? Aquarius, you're an air sign, especially if you're an air moon. You probably go through something like this too. You go over the facts of the case and you're like, all right, I've got my verdict. I'm ready for the next thing, right? And you jump into the next thing, but you're actually still wounded and kind of end up getting yourself hurt. So the way that has to do with the inner divine masculine and feminine is the feminine was that part of me that wanted to like get out and try love again, get out there and be open again, right? But my masculine was not drawing those boundaries. My own inner assertive self was not drawing those boundaries to protect myself during my healing process. And that's why I just kind of kept getting into that situation over and over and over again. All right. So that's the lesson right now. And it is, for some of you guys, a lesson about balancing your inner divine masculine and divine feminine. Okay. I feel like these messages are just like pouring out of me like super fast. Let's go ahead and see what else the cards have for us. Thank you, divine spirits of love and light. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Oh, I was afraid of that. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. We got some majors. So this is some big energy to be moved. That's some big energy to be moved. Big energy to be moving. There you guys. So 4 majors just came out and they are all reversed. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed here, which means you're not going with the flow of things. The natural flow of things is to allow yourself to heal before you move on to the next thing. And you're not doing that. You might be giving yourself some time alone, but the vibe that I'm getting is that you're doing a lot of thinking of the feelings and not feeling of the feelings. You know what I mean? Okay, which means, you see how we have this Page of Wands? This is something that could be coming up for you in the future, and then it just slides right past. I was paying attention to this Sun here, and then look who came out. The Sun reverse. And what that means is like you are not able to take advantage of new opportunities quite yet because there's some sort of truth or illumination that needs to take place. All right. Ooh, I love that horse. I love this horse. And also, you guys, I interpret this red circle, okay, to be the red string of fate, which is also showing up here. Okay, now here's the thing, you guys. This horse, it's all about freedom. Horses are all about freedom, being able to get on your path and go. And what's holding that up right now is the fact that you might be isolating yourself, but you're not really doing the inner digging. There is something you're not trying to see. But this is your advice. You have to look at it as an observer. Don't look at it as somebody who went through the situation. Pretend that you're your best friend. And your best friend just told you the story about what you've been through. What advice are you going to give to your best friend? That's the advice you give to yourself. Do you understand what I mean? Okay. And that is going to light, you guys, it's like self-acceptance. It's self-acceptance. You're mad at yourself about the way something went down in the past. And the universe is like, okay, you know what? You don't get that next new thing until you realize something. Okay? Until you realize something. That here's you and the energy that you're in right now is this Emperor reversed. Okay? So it's frustration, it's gridlock, but it's also because you're not going with the flow. You're trying to tell the universe what's next, and the universe is like, no, this is what's next. You get me? You get me? Universe, your higher self is looking out for you right now. Okay? Wow. That's a heavy energy. It's not even a heavy energy. I'm not going to say that. It's just a very... It's a very powerful energy. I'm going to just ground myself. All right. I'm going to pause this real quick. Okay. I have my Himalayan salt lamp on. That's the beautiful glow and the beautiful glare that you guys are getting now. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the second part of the reading. This is the part of the reading that typically would be in the extended on Vimeo, but like I said, I'm hooking y'all up. A lot of reversals. Death is allowing things to flow. Just being able to let go of things that are, they're done. I don't know how to say it. Point me back to that horse. Don't beat a dead horse, okay? So, with this deck, this is my Game of Thrones tarot. I want to pull some cards to just see what is the best way for you guys to navigate through this energy. And thank you guys so much for being here. I don't know how long it's been since I told you I appreciate you. All right. Wow. I really like this, you guys. Just the feeling that I get is breaking up all of that crazy hecticness that's been going around. Now, this guy's showing himself to me a couple of times. This is about, yes. Okay. These are the same thing, but under different energies. This Hermit is you withdrawing from the world, but not necessarily really going within. This Knight of Cups is about when you go back out into the world, you have up the boundaries that you need, because you guys, this Emperor reverse is not just about trying to take control of things. It's about having boundaries. And if you don't have clear boundaries, that's when you kind of end up like, we just end up giving our power away. And I feel, I don't know why it keeps pulling me back to those two bottles. For some of you guys, you came out of a relationship in which maybe you did not didn't properly establish and maintain or enforce your boundaries. You know what happens when this girl was reversed on the bottom of the deck. We got it all shuffled up. Here she is upright. That makes me feel so good, because what's about to come out is really what's about to help, okay? But we got to let go of something first, okay? Oh my gosh, so many things. Knowing your value, knowing your self-worth. Okay, I don't know why I'm singing about that, you guys. Look what we got here. The Empress reversed and the Queen of Coins reversed. Okay. You guys, now I feel really bad that I left you out of that Cancer New Moon reading, because it was all about self-care. Okay. And when these two coins come out, or these two cards come out together, that's what I want to recommend, is that you remind yourself of your value, of how much you have to offer, how much you have to give, right? You're feeling depleted and you're feeling undervalued. But a lot of you guys are looking in the mirror and being like, well, I can't blame that other person. I kind of did the things that would allow them to take advantage of me, to undervalue me, to maybe take more from me than they were giving back. All right. So you guys are feeling depleted at this time. All right. Rest up and take really good care of yourself, because what I see here is an opportunity coming up for you in the future in which somebody is willing to give you an equal exchange. Okay. I was kind of trying to decipher what else is going on. And Page of Cups. That's what you're going to be receptive to. Oh my gosh. The Knight of Cups that we saw earlier. The Knight of Cups is a masculine or assertive energy. And to me, when he's got his cup, that means he's literally going out door to door trying to find somebody to fill his cup. This Page of Cups is somebody who knows their value, and they're going to sit still and wait for somebody to come to them and offer them something, and then they decide if that's good enough or not. Okay? It's about setting the rate of exchange. Letting people know, oh my gosh, that's really great. I would love to be able to engage in that kind of exchange with you, but here's what I need in return. Because here's who I know myself to be. Here's what I know my value to be. All right? These are all coming out two at a time, by the way. This Five of Pentacles, remember how death was reversed? That's Arya Stark, y'all. Okay? She had to go through this stage of disempowerment, complete disempowerment, where she's like, holy shit, I'm not good enough. I'm never going to be able to do this. But the fact of the matter is, that's what the sun wants to come and illuminate. It's just a mentality. It's a heartbreak mentality. It's a victim mentality. All right. Give yourselves time to heal from the thing. Because look who came out for a second time. The Emperor reversed. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. Okay. This Eight of Swords, tell me more. Oh my gosh. It's a victim mentality that you got yourself locked in. And here is, oh my gosh. Here's the thing, you guys. I haven't even watched an episode of Game of Thrones in I don't know how long, but you sit and you look at that scene and I just got so emotionally caught up in what's going on. This Eight of Swords is about a self-restricting or self-limiting mentality. Some of you guys are walking around like, why do people walk all over me? And this is not a call out, this is a con. You literally be like, why do people treat me this way? I'm such a victim because people are always treating me this way. But the hardest truth that we'll ever learn, one of the hardest truths that we learn, is that people actually treat you the way you teach them to treat you. And I used to think that meant that you had to treat others the way you want to be treated. No, you have to teach others the way you want to be treated. You have to say, no, I will not allow that behavior. You can't just assume that they have the same ideology about how to treat people or what that means or what that's worth, right? They did not see her worth. Brienne, oh my God. Oh my God. This is the one, you guys, if you're a fan, this is the part where she is actually, she's kind of taken hostage. Like Jaime Lannister has to save her, but she's like tied to this tree. This is victim mentality. I got you. I got you. So they're showing me the astrological chart for the energy that we're going through right now, July 30th and 31st. And what we've got right there is Mars. What's Mars doing? Is it Mars? No. Mars is squaring the moon. And then the moon is squaring Neptune. Some of you guys are just like seeing through this illusion, seeing through some illusions, some, okay, spirit, some bullshit lines that somebody fed you about your worth. Okay. And what you're not realizing is that some of you guys just have to be better at communicating what it is that you expect in return from people. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Are we only 22 minutes in? All right. Dragon's Duel. We got a lot of energy that's going to come out of these oracle cards. All right. So this is the wisdom of the hidden realms. And I'm just going to kind of get some more advice on the energy for you to take out. Or I'm sorry, for the energy for you to, I guess, call forth at this time to be able to get yourself out of this situation. It's about sitting and healing and seeing this from a different perspective. You can't keep pushing the wheel forward. You have to let it roll forward on its own. Wow, you got the Hawk Prince and the Eagle King. All right. Part of this is about looking for signs from your environment. Okay. Looking for signs from your environment about when it is time to move forward. This Dragon's Duel really points me towards the ego, okay? And what I mean by the ego is just that version of yourself. How do I say this? Okay, let's talk about this. What the ego is, okay. Take a step back. Y'all, we change all the time, do we not? Do we not? Right? I wake up tomorrow a completely different person. How do I know I'm me from day to day? We have to have some sort of mechanism that helps us to make sense of who we are to other people specifically. And that's called our ego. So the version of who you are to other people is what you're fighting with right now. Okay? Some of you guys are like, well, if I spoke up more about my boundaries, people would think that I'm difficult. Or if I spoke up more about my boundaries, like people wouldn't think I'm really laid back. You know, just little things like that. If I spoke up more about my boundaries, that would mean I cared. That would mean I'm vulnerable. That would mean I need to be protected. That would mean I'm weak. That's the line of thinking that some of you guys are taking, right? But please understand that if you love yourself, who cares how other people see you? All right? Work on how you see you right now, because how you see you defines how you present yourself to others, and how you present yourself to others is what teaches them how to treat you. All right. So this dragon duel is about these two aspects of you that are just kind of fighting right now. Oh my gosh, this is a 23. And that's a 32. This is the Sun Dancer. All right. So this Sun Dancer energy for me, it's the sun. I really feel, because it's like a little fairy character, I feel like this is almost like a guide energy that is trying to come through right now. And 12 plus 11 is 23. We got the Eagle King and the Hawk Prince. Add up to be 23. And besides, this is spirit communication and angelic help. Sorry to keep like jumping all over the place, you guys. But, and then underneath, we got the resting tree. This is where they want you to meet them. This also, just this picture reminds me of advice I give to a lot of people when they want to connect with their guides, is to go ahead and create a sacred space within their meditation, within their mind. All right. So it could be like a grove in the trees. Maybe it is a riverbank. Maybe it's a beach. Maybe it's a cave. I got a couple different places. My cave one's fun. All right. So it is a place where you can go to and find peace and stillness, to rest, to heal. And then you leave the door open for your guides to meet you there, which is actually what these two candles are representing to me now, right? You have, your guides are really trying to show you something, but you've got to take the hermit work seriously, is the general vibe that I'm getting. Okay? You can't just like fake hermit. You can't just like, you know, go like close yourself off in your bedroom and watch Netflix for 5 days straight and pretend you're doing the work. All right. So these Sun Dancers, it says joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. It's all mental right now. It's all mentality. And you guys, I don't mean to be rude, but I kind of feel like the whole like Leo month is going to feel like this for you, unless you guys are able to see it. I'm going to show you, I'm going to share with you the really weird, okay, guides get weird, you guys. My newest guides get really weird. All right. So you're at the beach. Let's say you're at the beach. You just want to enjoy yourself. There's the sunshine. You're laying on the sand. Take a moment to think about how that feels. Just laying on the warm sand. God, that feels so good. But you have to be vulnerable at the beach, right? If you want to get that sun on your skin, you got to strip down to your swimsuit, right? Nudity represents vulnerability in the tarot. Just kind of go with the metaphor, all right? The image and the feeling that they're giving me is that you're on the beach and you just really want to enjoy it. But the problem with that is that the sand is under your skin. So you literally have to peel off a layer of your skin to be able to just enjoy being there on the sand. You guys, I'm sorry. I wish that was a more pleasant like analogy to leave you with. Sand under your skin. But we'll do the healing, the mind and spirit cards, so we can give you guys some solid advice for moving through this energy besides just resting and healing and feeling the emotions, you guys. Aquarius is the water bearer. Takes that great big jug of water and holds it at arm's length. You can't do that. That's what feels like healing to an air sign. Analyzing your emotions feels like healing, but nah, you got to feel the whole thing. You got to let them go through you. Okay. All right, you guys. We got 2. Didn't I say you don't have to care what other people think of you? If you're doing the right thing, if you're not harming yourself or others, you need not be concerned with what others think. You're free. Do you remember what I said this horse represents? Freedom. I no longer worry about the opinions of others. Okay? Look, okay, homies, friends, family, come in here. If you ever lay down a boundary and then somebody immediately disrespects that boundary, that is not your people. Those are not your people. I'm your people. Come to me. I will respect all of the boundaries. I will call you by whatever pronoun, whatever name you want. I will not touch your body if you don't want me to touch your body. You know what I mean? If you are trying to lay down a boundary and somebody mocks you for it or tries to gaslight you, be like, oh, that's just, you're just too sensitive. Pardon my language. Okay. Listen to this. If you are evolving into a more loving, more compassionate, less violent person, I don't know where that came from, Aquarius, then you are moving in the right direction, all right? This is about your healing, okay? I am constantly evolving into a more spiritual person. Look at that. But also, do you see how this person is in the observer role? Look, it's her. It's your higher self observing the situation, right? And you got to get in there and feel the feelings, but then you got to like not judge yourself for that, okay? Literally, if you, oh my God, this really helps if you've ever, especially if you've ever been gaslighted or if your boundaries have been challenged, go through, get in your mental space, right? And replay the events of that interaction. And like I said, imagine as your best friend in that scenario. Would you stand up for them? Would you intervene? Would you be like, hey, you can't treat my best friend like that? If so, then yeah, the way that other person is treating you is not okay. You have every right to step into your boundaries. You have every right to enforce them. You have every right to freaking love the heck out of yourself while you go through that process. Okay, Aquarius? Take good care of yourselves. Hit me up for a personal reading if you need anything at all. Keep an eye out for all of the other videos and fun things I got coming up this month, okay?